did watch what USCAA national championship. It's not the first mention. Well, for basketball. All right. My bad. Volleyball's been there. Golf's been there. Things like that. Got to be particular with this guy. We did watch the women's selection shows around the floor at WVU Tech. Our women captured the 3 seed, and they'll be playing St. Mary of the Woods. They play Wednesday at 1 o'clock at Malford. I guess there's two different floors up there. So I believe it is now time to watch the men's basketball selection show.
Welcome to the 2015 USCAA Men's Division I National Championship Selection Show. In the next several minutes, we will unveil the top teams in USCAA Men's Division I basketball, their seed, team info, and first-round matchups. We begin the selection show with the 4th seed. This team is looking to redeem themselves after an early exit from the 2014 National Championships with an overall record of 19-7 from Selma, Alabama, the Concordia College Hornets. The Hornets currently lead the USCAA field goal percentage, 6th in three-point field goal percentage, 3rd in fewest turnovers, and 8th in blocks per game. They are under the tutelage of head coach Frederick Summers. Facing off against the Hornets will be the 5th seed, a newcomer to the USCAA National Championship scene. From Hialeah, Florida, the Florida National Conquistadors. The Florida National Conquistadors rank in the top 5 in several different categories. They will especially have to watch out for Reagan O'Rourke, who leads the team in scoring and is top 5 in the USCAA in assists. Here's a look at their starting lineup. This dangerous team is currently 19-10 and has defeated NAIA number 9 Southeastern University. We now move our way down to the bottom half of the bracket for the 3-6 matchup. Earning the 3 seed, this perennial USCAA contender is currently 20-9 from Rochester Hills, Michigan, the Rochester College Warriors. Under 4th-year head coach and athletic director Clint Pleasant, the Rochester Warriors rank 4th in points allowed per game, 2nd in opponent's field goal percentage, 10th in defensive rebounds, and 10th in steals. Here's a look at their starting lineup. The Warriors are flaunting a 9-game winning streak and are 17-1 on their home floor. Matching up with the Warriors will be the 6th seed, a USCAA perennial contender with an overall record of 17-8 from Brooklyn, New York, the St. Joseph's College Brooklyn Bears. This well-balanced Bears team ranks in the top 10 in several categories, including steals per game, rebounds per game, opponent field goal percentage, points per game, and three-point field goal percentage. Here's a look at their starting lineup. The Bears are led by 2-time All-American senior forward David Lewison. So keep an eye out for Michael Megafu, Vernon Maddox, and Matt O'Neill as they each average double-digit point totals. Moving on to the 2-7 matchup. Earning the 2nd seed, another USCAA Basketball National Championship newcomer with an 18-4 overall record from Berea, Kentucky, the Berea College. Second in three-point field goals made and 1st in three-point field goal percentage. They also lead the USCAA in assist per game. Earning the 7th seed, making their first appearance in the tournament with an overall record of 12-9 from Mount Pleasant, Iowa, the Iowa Wesleyan College Tigers. Tigers are looking to hurt you from the free throw line as they rank 5th in the USCAA in free throws made and 2nd in free throw percentage. They also rank in the top 10 in field goal percentage and points per game allowed. They are coached by Alex Wiesman. Here's a look at their starting lineup. Junior guard Chris Fowler leads the team in scoring and assists, while Elijah Johnson shoots a high percentage from beyond the arc and leads the team in three-point field goals made. And now we move our attention to the top half of the bracket as we reveal our top seed and their 8th seed opponent. At number 1, a perennial USCAA powerhouse, bolstering the strongest schedule in the USCAA with an overall record of second in free throws made per game, fourth in field goal percentage, fifth in rebounds per game, and fifth in three-point field goals made per game. They are led by 2014 first-team USCAA All-American and senior forward Gerald Beverly, who leads the USCAA in rebounds, blocks, and free throws. Finally, the 8th seed in the Men's Division I Championship, with an overall record of 12-16, from South Bend, Indiana, the Indiana University South Bend Titans. The Titans are looking to beat you from the outside as they currently lead the USCAA in three-point field goals made. They're ranked 7th in fewest turnovers. They're under second-year head coach Scott Cooper. Here's a look at their starting lineup. Here are your 8 Men's Division I Championship contenders. Play begins Wednesday, March 4th, 2 o'clock p.m. in the main arena of Penn State Berea. Apart from competing for a national championship, all participants and fans will have a one-of-a-kind experience awaiting them at the end of each day of competition. Presenting sponsor Nemacolin Woodlands Resort is the official lodging partner of the 2015 National Championships. Nemacolin Woodlands Resort is a family vacation destination on 2,000 wooded acres in the Aurora Highlands of southwestern Pennsylvania. From the luxurious AAA 5-diamond Falling Rock Boutique Hotel to the French-style Chateau Lafayette to the comfort of wooden townhomes, Nemacolin's 6 lodging options cater to everyone's personal choice with a variety of amenities. Participants can also enjoy the many dining, shopping, and entertainment options, including the Sundial Lodge with restaurant and bowling alley. Be sure to follow us on social media for scores, record-breaking performances, and more. All participants are encouraged to take selfies with us. Use the hashtag USCAA15 and you can see yourself on the big screen during the championship game. Check every game live, free, only on the USCAA network. Visit basketball.uscaa.com. Thank you for joining us for the 2015 USCAA Men's Division I Selection Show. We look forward to seeing you at Penn State Fayette, March 3rd through the 7th.
Are they taking pictures? You guys taking pictures?
Welcome to the 2015 USCAA Men's Division I National Championship Selection Show. Welcome to the 2015 USCAA Men's Division I National Championship Selection Show.
Oh, nice.
Hey, go. You won. Nah, you just gotta look the cameras on the side. The cameras on the side. Got the same going right there.
In the next several minutes, we will unveil the top teams in USCAA Men's Division I basketball. We will unveil the top teams.
I thought it was 3. We're gonna roll back to it.
Yeah, middle chair, middle chair. right, Ben.
I'm sitting down.
Yeah, you're sitting down. We're interviewing Aaron. Hot dog, Ben.
Hot diggity dog.
Hot diggity dog. Golly, what fun! What fun! You know, we started out today, folks. If you weren't able to hear, unfortunately, the women are now they've jumped. They went from number 9 last week to number 6, earlier this week, to now number 3 in the national tournament seeding. That's huge.
That should put a smile on the Milpster's face. That's for sure.
It should. They're all the way out. They're all the way out in. They're out in West Virginia right now. They're playing West Virginia Tech, I believe, later on tonight. They left around noon. But the men, right following after, are the number 2 seed, and we've got Mr. Aaron Ponder,
The hometown hero.
the hometown hero, to talk to us about the experience. Aaron, you've been here for 4 years, my man. What can you it's come to this point. What can you attest to?
This is it's just a great feeling. I think we have a really, really, really good team right now. We have really good pieces, and I think that I feel really fortunate to get to be a part of this team with these guys, and I think we have a really good chance to compete for a national championship. I think we're going to win it all. I think we can win it all.
And with that, we've been behind Damon College all year. We've been right behind them the entire time. We were 2 points away at one time. Would you almost rather be number 2 just so you have something to keep working for? We talk about the UK Wildcats all the time. They're undefeated. Do you need something to keep chasing? What's been motivating you lately?
I think the seeding. Once we kind of had an idea we were going to get into the tournament, the seeding is. We're really grateful to be number 2 seed. I'm sure that you guys saw how excited we were. That's awesome seed, but you still have to win the game. So being that 2, being the 1, whatever it was, whatever we ended up being, I think that we're still going to go in with the same mindset or whatever. So
tomorrow night, big last game. Last game in the Seabury Center for you and for so many others for senior night. What are the feelings going to be like going forward? And tomorrow's game against Ohio Christian.
It's wild. It's crazy to think that it's come to this point. It's crazy to think that it's about to end, but. I'm like I said, I'm getting to end with a great group of guys, and I think that I'm just really fortunate to be a part of this team. So it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. I think mostly great. I'm a little sad this is going to be over, but mostly good.
And, hopefully you're one of the few people that get to end their career with a win. A big win, and hopefully cutting the net at the end of the national tournament. Aaron Ponder, thanks so much, man, for being on the show. It's been great. Congratulations, and do some work tomorrow night. Should be fun. Next up, we've got Jalen Too Easy Simmons. Jalen, come on down, buddy. Come on now. We've been trying to get personality on the show here.
And we got it.
How you doing, buddy? We've got him. We've got him. And with that, Jalen, how are you feeling, my man? You've been the role player all year long. You've been, you and Damo and Rich have been the sparks off the bench that we've needed. Ben and I don't think we could have made it this far if it hasn't been for the absolutely amazing play by our bench. What can you attest to your success?
Man, I feel great. I mean, we listened to Coach, the process. Everybody followed through, and everybody's just putting in the work, man, and it's really paying off right now. So
you've really improved your three-point shooting over the past year. You're one of the most accurate three-point shooters on the team. All that gym time, it's come to this point. Tomorrow night, senior night. What are you feeling?
Feeling a lot of emotions. It's coming towards the end. Also, just being able to be in this position to be able to win these many games and be able to play for a national championship. So.
Looking at your, I don't know what kind of postseason. What postseason experience do you have? Be it high school, be it college earlier before you came to Berea.
Well, high school made it as far as Sweet 16. That was the furthest we went. My junior colleges, we both junior colleges that I was at, we lost first round. So that's be able to end it quick is kind of sad. But I feel like this team right now that we have, I feel like we can definitely win the whole thing without a doubt.
Oh, no doubt in our minds. We're totally confident that you guys can go to Pennsylvania and just run through the entire tournament. Being a number 2 seed, what's been motivating you guys to keep chasing that number 1? And now you guys have the chance. It might come down to just one game between you and the number 1 seed. What's been motivating you guys to stay so strong and put on amazing shows here in the Seabury Center and on the road?
I'm just wanting to be the best. It's plain and simple. If you're not going to work for, if you're going to put in all this work, there's no point in doing it if you don't want to be the best. And we definitely want to be number 1.
with that. Jalen, thank you so much, man. You've been putting in the work a ton. Jalen Too Easy Simmons, one of the role players in the basketball team, hailing from Alpharetta, Georgia, right? Sounds good. Hey, Jalen, good luck. All right, good luck, buddy. And with that, Ben, postseason, it's coming up. It's getting real.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, looking at the, we the women unfortunately aren't here. We would have been able to interview them a ton more. What are the women going to have to do? 3C. This is a huge jump. We didn't expect to be. We thought we might be on the bubble.
Yeah, we were thinking on the bubble before we got in this room today.
Yeah, exactly. We haven't played in some time. We've got 3 very tough games right in a row. We play West Virginia Tech. We play Cumberlands. Or we play. What are the 3 games we've got? We've got West Virginia Tech, Lindsey Wilson, and University of the Cumberlands. 3 incredibly difficult games. Good thing is it didn't affect the seeding.
Yes.
We could drop all 3 of the games, but the good thing is for Milby, I think it might get them tournament ready.
Yes, they're going to be playing against very good competition. I remember they lost to Lindsey Wilson by 15 points, I believe. So that's going to be a tough test for them.
And also, they lost to Cumberlands. We watched that game. They weren't the same, though. I feel like
that
it
was
the Mountaineer team.
That was just a weird game overall too for our Mountaineers.
They hit a couple big threes. We weren't able to really guard in the perimeter, and our 3-point shooting wasn't hot, which it happens. We're a bunch of slashers, but what can the Mountaineers do on the women's side to make this number 3 seed a national tournament championship?
Well, I think what it's all going to come down to is how well our backcourt plays. Johnisha Warren and A.D. Williams, they've balled this season.
Mm-hmm.
They have been unbelievable. A.D. Williams is a freshman, and she just midway through the season, she just exploded. She came out with 30-point games, 6 steal games, just unheard of numbers.
You know what I mean? It's like it clicked. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and the press that Milby runs just for them is perfect because they're so good at reading passes. They're so quick. We watch them; they look like men against boys out there,
Totally.
out there. So
and also legs. We've got 3 games in a row now, and then come tournament time, we're gonna have 3 games in a row again if we keep winning.
Mm-hmm.
So how's conditioning gonna factor into this?
It's gonna affect them, of course, but. All the games we've really seen, I haven't really seen them been gassed, really. Have you?
No. Janisha plays 40 minutes nearly every game. She does get many breaks. Maybe she's used to it.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the team too. You're going to have to switch out. You're going to have to do a little different twin tower action. You run Calhoun and you run Lovelace. You run. You run Jamie Robertson from the outside. You got to work Bree Sims in there somewhere.
Yeah, but she has greatly improved as well.
Yeah, throughout the year.
I saw her in here the other day, and she was making a lot of jump shots, always on that shooting machine.
Oh yeah, on the gun all the time. And I think that that has 2 things: her work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
It's been unbelievable to see the progress that she's made throughout the year, but also her coaching. Coach Milby and Chris McLean, they've done an excellent job of helping her along the way. Didn't really know how much playing time she was going to get at the beginning of the year, just kind of walking onto the team. But now, now she's. We expect her, to play a role off the bench every single game.
Yeah, we expect her to get playing time. You can just tell the way she holds the ball, the way she shoots the ball now. She has much more confidence in being in the game. It's much different than, I don't know what experience she had before then, but it is a lot different going to play a pickup game and having, putting a jersey on and playing. It's just a different feeling. Sure. Some people just, they just fall. But she has done a great job this season.
And, also, looking at the men's side, we've had, huge boosts from our team. We lost most of all of our transfer students, all of our freshmen. We don't have any right now. This is just a group of guys that we've seen, with the exception of Dominic Garman coming back last year after taking a year off. The men's basketball team, they've number 2, number 3. What on earth has gotten these Mountaineers? They both are sitting at a chance. We could sweep the national tournament.
Yeah, this has definitely been this is the first year I've commentated here, but I used to go to all the basketball games as well. Course, and this is the funnest team by far to watch. For one, they win, which, that's going to make it a lot more fun. But the way they move the ball is just unbelievable. I almost rather watch them than I would the Kentucky Wildcats. They play smoother than me. Than what Kentucky Wildcats do.
We don't have 2 7-footers.
Yeah, also we wouldn't beat them, but just the way they played, they're so smooth that just the coherence of that team together is just unbelievable. The way Deshaun Robinson be able to run the team all year.
They're number 1 in the nation in assists in the USCAA. So we have to stick to our guns. Though. Yeah. We can't get because we're gonna play. We're gonna play teams like tomorrow night when we play Ohio Christian. We're gonna be playing a team with 2 people that are 6'7". So we're gonna be playing people with a little bit of size. We have to stick to our guns. We have to figure out what works for us. We have to get back to working the ball around the perimeter and driving it inside. Seth Beckham has to take it to the hoop. Rich Parker, Dominic Garman, Jalen Simmons, they have to make their shots. What I mean? And take good shots at least. So what can the men's team, what should they focus on tomorrow night, senior night, green game night, ton of people going to be here in the Seabury Arena. What can they focus on? I mean, obviously it's senior night. There's going to be a lot of emotions flowing. But what can they focus on to push them and propel them to hopefully a national championship?
I think the biggest thing I would say is just they're going to have to trust each other, which they've done all season. All of them rely on one another. When one of them has a bad game, another one steps in. If Seth Beckham has a bad game, Don was in there to come in, and vice versa. Yeah, sure. That's just been a key thing. Obviously, we can't get in foul trouble either, especially our big men, Kevin Webster and London Moore. You can't get over 3 or 4 fouls. That affects the whole game.
Well, especially in this first round, the the 7 seed that we're playing, I believe they're number 5 in the nation in free throw shooting. So we can't give them the free opportunities. We have to take advantage of ours, and we have to make sure that we don't give them as much leeway as we usually do in games like the first half of Warren Wilson yesterday. So
we see sometimes this team. Sometimes we look at this team and they look amazing, and then other times, like 3 or 4 minutes, it's just kind of they play a little sloppy every once in a while. When they're not making shots, it looks sloppy, obviously. But there's something like that last game we watched. That second half, they looked unbelievable.
If they play like that,
and defensively, they just played
lockdown defense, unbelievable.
It just Damo was just a big space eater. He gave his his guy he's guarding no room at all to work with, and it affected him really badly.
I think in the end they shot 22% from beyond the arc in the second half. And I mean, if you're shooting like that, you're probably not going to win. Not against the Mountaineers, at least. So, we're talking experience too. We asked Jalen Simmons what kind of experience he's had. Aaron Ponder, he hasn't been to a national tournament. The Mountaineers haven't been to a national tournament in quite some time. The women's basketball team, I believe the last time they were in the national tournament was when they won conference back in the Kentucky Intercollegiate Athletic Conference back in 2006-07. So it's been a long time since anyone in the Mountaineers, no perennial Mountaineer has ever been.
Yeah, it's an exciting time.
It is, but we're Bengal fans. We know.
Yeah.
No. We know experience is not very friendly in the playoffs. What can the Mountaineers do, especially for the first timers that are going to a national tournament, to maybe cut out the nerves a little bit?
Cut out the nerves. Just kind of trusting your teammates is what I would kind of go on. You've made it this far for a reason.
And trust in Milby and Hemingway, too.
Yeah.
I mean, because they've both been there. Coach Milby's, USA Today Coach of the Year. He was a state champion in Kentucky. And Coach Hemingway, he's been to the national tournament. He's been to the NAIA national tournament a few times himself. And there are a ton more teams in the NAIA tournament than there are on the USCAA tournament. So with that, you just got to trust in everyone.
Trust in everyone.
And you have to look at your record and put it aside because it doesn't matter anymore. Whatever's happening in the season is done.
Happen.
And tomorrow night, just kind of leave it out there, and it should be fun to watch. It should be a great game to watch. I believe coverage for that game starts at 5:30 p.m. with the women's basketball team taking on Lindsey Wilson, and then the men will take on Ohio Christian. 2 very tough games. Ohio Christian should be a good game as well, and Lindsey Wilson, we know that they're a very tough school in every sport that they put out on the court. So other than that, Ben, final thoughts. It's been a great time, very fun, to have this, the national tournament selection show.
It's an exciting time for Berea College right now.
It really is. Early in the year, I tweeted. It's my Skip Bayless moment. I tweeted that the Mountaineers are going to sweep the national tournament, the USCAA, and right now they've got a chance.
Yeah, they got a good chance of it.
If they do, I'm buying a lottery ticket.
And just play within themselves, shoot the ball good.
Shoot the ball. Well, yeah, that's huge too because the women's basketball team, they don't have many shooters. If we can find Janisha to shoot threes and hit some, or Zakiya Small to hit a couple threes. I mean, Jamie Roberts, she's going to be our big shooter. But if those two can also step up and apply a little more danger from beyond the arc, that could open the playbook up for Milby.
Yep, and give Calhoun some more breathing room down low on the block. We didn't mention much of her when we talked about the women's team, but she's been unbelievable, double machine.
Nearly every time she, every game she's got 18 rebounds, 18 points. She's had one of those games down in Cincinnati Christian, or when we went up to Cincinnati Claremont, excuse me.
And she's freshman.
And that's the thing. We have KK Butler, Janisha Warren, Anna Lovelace, senior, junior. Everyone else is a freshman, except for Bree Sims, who's a sophomore. Very young, very inexperienced. I mean, what a way to start your career.
Oh, yeah.
By going to the national tournament. You go here the first time, Imagine what will happen the fourth time that they're here, or they're in this position, and they're trying to go to the NCAA D3 national tournaments. This is huge. This is a good start for the program, I think. Coach Milby's his second year. Last year he didn't really have a recruiting class. He did, but it wasn't very substantial. And now he's got a chance to do some damage with the girls that he brought in. It should be a fun time. It should be a fun year. For Ben Piercefield, I'm Nate Metz. It's been a great night, guys. All right, well, with that, make sure that you go to www.bereaathletics.com, and tomorrow evening at 5:30, our first game will be 5 o'clock against Lindsey Wilson College. The Mountaineers will be taking them on. Number 3 seeded are the women. Number 2 are the men. This has been the Mountaineer Spotlight here at the Selection Show for the USCAA. See you, everyone.